a question that everybody wants to know. Lord Barry, Mansobadakis from Google, straight from Dublin. Can you measure brands?
Are they aligning with their business objectives?
If you truly think about it, they're always like two steps behind, but somehow
Branding is embedded in your DNA.
you're asking Google if you can measure brand. Hi guys, welcome to the podcast show by the Training Pit, and it's very nice to have you. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. And although sometimes it felt like it's too far away, it happened so fast. So let me introduce you guys by name at first, and then you can have a chance to talk a little bit about yourselves and what you do. Lord Barry and Manus Papadakis from Google, straight from Dublin. It's truly a pleasure to have you at the Training P headquarters here in Cyprus. And of course, my pleasure to be sitting next to you and chatting things that I love, which is branding, marketing, and data. So, Noor, tell us a little bit.
Thank you, first of all, so much for having us today. The pleasure and honor is ours. So yeah, I'm basically your main point of contact at Google. I'm an account manager. I'm based in Dublin, and basically we cover customers that are based in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, and Greece, of course. So yeah, really excited for today's podcast, and looking forward to having a fruitful conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dennis. It was great pleasure meeting you in person. Your offices are great. Your vibes in the team is amazing. So very, very happy to be here once again. So I'm Manos. I'm in the accelerated growth team in the headquarters team in Google in Dublin. Me and Noor are covering the same market as you mentioned. So it's I've been in Google for around 2.5 years. Before that, around 8 years in the performance marketing industry, platform side, client side, agency side. I've been always, and it's very nice, to be able to have these conversations and help others as well. And you mentioned the vibes. You should know that we pride ourselves about the TTP vibes or pepper vibes. We really try to keep a healthy environment here. It does go hand in hand with branding. Everything for myself, at least, related to branding is the A to Z journey and starts from the employees and then last to what you guys do, which is the data. But if you don't have employees who are passionate, believe, who become brand ambassadors, are reliable, it just makes everything more hard. So thank you for introductions. Let's jump right into it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I've got one question here. So Noor, I'm starting with you. We mentioned earlier branding, two keywords that sometimes have some misconception around them. Not many people truly know the value of it. So what does brand or branding means to you?
That's a really nice question. Thank you very much, Sammy. Actually, branding is the process of shaping the way people perceive your company or what you offer as a product or as a service. It's the story that you want to convey to them. It's what helps you actually stand out in today's world, and it's an essential part to have. Um, and it starts from how you answer your calls, let's say from your sales teams to your logo to your product, everything. So branding is embedded in your DNA, in the DNA. It should be embedded in the DNA of the company.
So you would say that it's the perception that someone has around your brand.
Correct.
Starts from what you see, what you feel, what you think about it, and that's why it's also important that even the sales call is very, very curated. It has too much the tone of the brand. So this is out of script question follow up, but name one brand that gives you positive feelings in any vertical, in any industry. I mean, I have one. It's quite
For me, it's
cliche.
yeah, me too. What I'm gonna say is a bit cliche because
It's a
it
gem.
reminds me of my childhood and everything. That would be Disney, actually.
Disney.
Yes. So it really resonates with me. It gave me really the vibes of, you know, the everyone as the girls who want to, you know, live the princess vibes and everything, and gives you really a perspective and the hope into today's world, and really shapes your personality from early stages. So for me, but I would be really intrigued to know what would your
Let's hear Manos brand. You know, like I can't pick one. I have many. So I don't know how to probably, pick one. I'm sure you have one. Well, we'll get there. We get there, though. I have no doubts. For me, I would say it's Apple. And why I would say Apple is because if you truly think about it, what they are actually selling, it's a product that is using other people's technology, other companies' technologies. They're always like two steps behind, but somehow what you get as an experience from the packaging, the website experience, the everything, the fonts, the colors, the anticipation they're creating, the store experience, it just makes it worth it. And the more people tell me it's a bad product, why are you buying it? The more I rest my case because they have strong brand.
and this is why people are actually ready to pay a premium
Exactly.
to get these products. And this is what
Because imagine that the latest iPhone is actually a lot more expensive than a really good laptop in the series, and they keep going higher and higher. So only if you have brand loyalty and brand equity, and people follow this brand anywhere, you can do such moves.
and be really successful in the long term.
Yeah, there are again many other brands, but I do respect Apple. They put design first, they put the feel first, the packaging, and to be honest, when I open a new box with an Apple product, it's a whole joy for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So after this, Noor, why then do you think it's essential to invest in branding as a business?
So I believe that investing in what we call branding really helps you create um, the sense of recognition and trust. So people actually are, you can actually, they will recognize you more easier. They will trust you, and they will choose you and not your competitors or anyone else. So it helps you really stand out, be top of mind, which is something that is really important as well, because, you know, on the internet today, we get distracted from different apps to different products coming up. Like there's so much noise, and branding really helps you stand out and staying top of mind when it comes to that. But also, what we call effective branding is the emotional connection that you convey to your consumer or to your end user that really helps you gain as well this long-term success for the brand. So I really think that recognition, trust, and emotional connection are really important reasons why you should. Yeah.
Very nice, honestly said. And I remember when through my MBA studies, we did a lot of case studies. We explored where companies, let's say, that were performing very well, then a crisis comes in, they crumble, although they have everything perfect. And then on the same side, you see another company that was doing less operational. Was I mean the efficiency was less, the product was so and so, but they had this community around the brand, the loyalty, and they managed to get through the crisis just because people would still go to them because they love the company. And I do believe that the brand is the highest currency that you can build in a company. You can have processes, technology, marketing on the digital side, but this comes and goes. But brand is hard to get. But once you get that, I think it can get you through anything. So I'm totally agree with what you said. But brand might sound at this point a nice theory. Okay, now that yes, it's nice to have a good brand, but a question that everybody wants to know, and that's why you must. Can you measure brand and branding? Is it measurable? Is it tangible? Well, you're asking Google if you can measure brand. The answer is always yes. We go into all these details to try and measure everything, optimize everything, and compare. So I would say, although if we look at the helicopter view, brand is a more quality metric. It's going to be built throughout the years, throughout the actions, throughout the total experience, as Noor mentioned earlier. But as we take it into micro peaks or probably seasonal bursts or activations, brand awareness is something that every brand should measure when they are allocating such resource towards this cause. And with YouTube, especially, you can actually run, trying to say, uh, brand lift studies and understand with specific questions how exactly are you ranking with close competitors. And we have the option to include many questions, like if we want to measure article a brand awareness, if we go into more mid funnel when it comes to consideration, purchase intent, loyalty, and so on. So we can be very precise with the questions, understand gradually how we're building this, because the whole momentum, and this is what we see very interesting internally, is that the way studies work is about having a test and a control group. So the control group will not see the ad, but it's going to be asked with a question, with a survey, for example. And by understanding these two percentages, like the test group and the control group, you understand the actual uplift YouTube can bring to your brand, depending the question. And we see global companies doing a small soft launch sometimes, getting the creative and the message right, because it's communication at the end of the point. So you can do a small scale, a small campaign there, measure the metrics, and understand whether you can go globally, you can go at full throttle with or without 360 and above the line, for example, activations. So I would say that in hand with the brand lift and everything else, we can also measure, for example, the search lift. So who actually saw YouTube ad and then search organically. So this is actually the total impact you can have through perception metrics, like answering a question or a survey and going beyond just CPM or more above awareness, for example, metrics, but actually perception metrics and actually how much they search your brand and your core message after your activation. So I hope I answered all the technical. You did, and I always say, okay, I know more about Google, but every time we guys talk, there's something new to share with me, and it's always exciting. So to that again, topic, how can brands leverage on this kind of information, the data, in order to be more personalized, more targeted, more relatable to the viewer, to the end user at the end of the thing? This is a very good question, because what at the end of the day we're trying to measure is exactly what we're trying to achieve. So the objective is very critical because this has to fuel both the creative and both the experience in the landing page and the app. So if this is not aligned, if we are focusing on up funnel, mid funnel, or low funnel for an action, then these misalignments are often measured like with a not valuable impact to the brand, to the lead, to the efficiency metrics, if I may say, in total. So this misalignment always is very important, and we have to always start with why and see how we can tackle each part at a time, align them all together, and craft a very nice action plan that will answer this question. It's, would you say that the main people who start something without even knowing what they are trying to achieve? Do you see that often as much as I do? Usually yes. And usually when we try and communicate with companies we are collaborating with Google is about trying to understand what is their approach towards this? Because if they can't explain it or can't usually understand it in their own internal ways, it's 100% sure they can communicate and ask someone to do an action.
Yeah, and if I may add as well to what Manos said, is that we often see that, and it's our job as well to guide them through this process, to ask the right questions and understand what are their needs at the end of the day. Because we cannot assume that we know their needs, right? Because we, of course, we open their accounts, and with the first thing we do is, in order to understand if what they're following and the strategies they're using are they aligning with their business objectives, with their marketing objectives. And often we see that they don't really align. And our job in the Google team is really guide them through this journey and really align and translate those objectives into the Google language, and to have the maximum impact to their business. So at the end of the day, we want our customers to really understand the value of our products and to make the most out of their investment with us.
So many nice topics, but you are here at the chatting page. So as Simo, this brand that started from literally the ground up, I need to know from you guys, what do you think about the brand? Does it resonate something positive, negative? Um, you mentioned this vibe that this resonates on the brand as well, or only when you visited the office? Tell me. The more you tell me, the happier I'll be. So
When I first started, from our first call, like, right. So as we said at the beginning, is that branding comes from even how you answer the calls to everything. So I remember, like, 6 months back when we started our collaboration, you really gave me this feeling of positivity, of eagerness, of all of this. So I think from then you really set the tone and your brand, and you really passed the DNA, as we said, and how you also addressed my questions and everything. But what is also very what I admire most is, for example, on your website, is how transparent you are and open about your value proposition as a company, as a trading prop trading company, is how much you take care of the traders, how much you care about their success, how transparent you are, and how much you really care in terms of taking them into this career journey and helping them grow. So this is what I admire most. So for me, the brand DNA is there, and it's really nice to experience this. And from the start to when we joined here, and sitting here in the Unravel offices as well at Limassol, and it's an honor. So I think that's my that's my
Like,
take on it.
Noor pretty much nailed it. I wanted to highlight some of these parts as well. But what if I can say the vibe part I mentioned earlier, I see it in your creatives. I see it in the landing page. I see the color, the energy, and the quick frames the tight frame we discuss usually when it comes to video creations, and all this is trading bit. So the trading bit. So yeah, Mike, Conrad, thank you so much. Such a nice feedback and on camera. So thank you so much. It really means a lot. It's something we've been working on the past couple of years. Me, the team, the marketing team, but also the founders, because you can only do as much as other people allows you. So having founders that understand the power and the value of building a sustainable brand, I think it's very crucial, and I feel lucky to be working with such people. So it's a team effort, I have to say. And what I wanted to add is usually less is more, right? So something that seems simple has a lot of work put it to look simple. So this is something I understand that you put a lot of effort into, and we definitely observe it. Thank you. I will show this to the rest of the team later on. And now let's discuss a little bit about the partnership, how Google helps the training pit throughout the year to reach now serving to so many countries on a global scale.
Just wanted to start by saying that for the audience watching us as well, is that Google actually has more than 15 products globally, which six of them actually reach more than 2 billion users, serve more than 2 billion users. So the reach is really, really big. And so what we the way the collaboration has been the past 6 months has been really really nice to see how we started and how we have helped to grow this brand exponentially, um, and reach to these heights. And it's just the beginning, right? We've, as you said, we helped in more than 10 countries, and this is again the beginning. But basically, what we do is we come and we partner with brands to again understand their needs at the beginning, but really help guide them through our different product solutions that we have, and really help them uh, translate what their goal is into our product and make the most out of their investment. To add to this, we also unlocked for the trading pit a really valuable resource called the Accelerated Growth Program, which actually Manas is part of, as he mentioned. And what this resource has helped us is to provide top-notch service to brands which we actually believe in their DNA and in their purpose and why do they exist, and actually take them to the next level actually. And so far the journey has been uh, amazing and really um, really nice, and really looking forward to seeing what we can achieve in 20.
Same. So curious to see. I mean, we have so much coming up. We did discuss strategy, we discuss ideas, and yeah, I cannot wait to see them being implemented. So let's wrap it up. I don't want to hold you for too long. One last question, the same for both of you. So, what is one piece of advice you would give to a business that maybe try to start from the ground up, or to grow, or to develop to a new market? Something that you, a representative from Google, could say to them.
Yes, if I may start.
Towards that, yeah.
So I think from my point of view is if I may say two words, is customer centricity. It all starts with understanding the needs of your customer as a brand. What are you trying to solve? Do not assume that you know what their needs are, but actually dig deeper and try to address their needs through your products and services.
Really, I love that. Very, very nice point. So I'm more of an analytical guy. So apart from the core piece that Noor mentioned now, I would like to also understand and focus on what exactly is their success. Like, can they measure it? Do they are that total resources and the company aligned towards this? This is very, very critical because we see teams going into different directions all the time and not synchronized. You could be amazed at what teams can do aligned all together. So I would say this. So guys, thank you so much coming over. It was a lovely having you, with lovely discussion, and I hope to see you again for round two, maybe. And it's your turn to visit us always. Thank you so much, guys. You're welcome. Thank you.